Am I the asshole for telling my mother-in-law she cannot take her grandson for an entire day by herself? Okay. Spill it. What's your take on this mess? Is this okay? Comment your raw reactions or any wild drama you've survived. I, female 30, had a baby 5 weeks ago and live long distance from my in-laws. My mother-in-law is coming into town next week to visit and meet the baby and wants to take him all over town for an entire day without me. He is exclusively breastfed and does not take a bottle. He will only eat for a few seconds, then screams and looks for the breast. He has never been away from me and gets worked up and fussy when I leave the room for more than a few minutes. He is happy and healthy but very attached to me, which I do not think is unreasonable for a 5-week-old who is exclusively breastfed. My mother-in-law has told my partner multiple times that he needs to make me put the baby on a bottle so she can take him and that I do not know what is best for the baby. This is her first grandchild, but this is my third child, so I am not new to this. They say I am trying to keep the baby from her and that I am selfish for thinking it is too early for him to be away for an entire day. No one on my side of the family has had him by themselves. He has never been anywhere without me. I am happy to let her have all the time with him that she wants as long as we are all in the same place. She is not familiar with the area and has not communicated where their hotel is, what they will be doing, where they are going, or how long she wants him, just that she wants him by herself for the entire day. Specifically without me. I am getting alarm bells and red flags from the entire situation. My partner has said, I will not be with someone who would keep my baby from my mother and be so selfish. However, I am just trying to protect my infant. I told them they can spend all the time with him that they want, and I will not interfere unless he needs to eat or gets too worked up. Am I the asshole? Edit. My answer is unequivocally no. She cannot take my baby anywhere. Thank you for the support. More detail. They are from a Caribbean country where there are many cultural differences as well as a language barrier, so I did not see the red flags until I was very pregnant. I have only met my mother-in-law in person once a few years ago, and she concealed her unreasonable behavior for that occasion. My partner said many times throughout my pregnancy that he wanted the baby born in his home, rather than here in the United States, where we live, but I made it clear that was not feasible. He has also expressed that he wants to take the baby back to his home country to learn his language and culture at some point. I fear that he and my mother-in-law are plotting something behind my back, but I have been told I am being controlling, manipulative, dramatic, and selfish so many times in the past week that I think I am losing my grip. Am I actually seeing the signs I am seeing, and do I need to be reacting as strongly as I am? I will not be letting the baby out of my sight, and she will be lucky to see the baby at all with the way she is behaving. Is that too overbearing? Or am I just being a protective mother? I have not gotten enough sleep for this. Commenter 1. Not the asshole. Your husband has lost his mind, pressuring you over this lunacy. Nothing about your mother-in-law's demands is sane, sensible, or reasonable. No. Practice saying it. No, no, and no. Do not let this woman leave your home with your child. Not for 5 minutes or she will disappear for the day, not check in and ignore your calls. If your husband is a first-time father, maybe he just does not understand the needs of an exclusively breastfed newborn, to be as fair as possible to him. But still, no. It is concerning that your mother-in-law is pushing for a bottle when your baby is clearly not ready. As a first-time grandmother, I believe that your mother-in-law should feel lucky that her daughter-in-law even allows her to hold the baby for a few minutes in her presence. Your husband needs to stand up and tell his mother to back off. Tell your husband that you will not be with someone who disrespects you, the mother of his child. Commenter 2. No. Establish boundaries now. You are exclusively breastfeeding, and that is enough of a reason, though I could think of plenty more. Your partner is an asshole if he does not support you. She can come visit in your home and stay the day, if you like, but she has no business taking a 5-week-old infant from his sole food source. Asterisk edited a typo. Asterisk further edit as I have seen the original poster's comment that she suspects they want to secretly get a DNA test done. No, original poster. Make arrangements to get out of that home and relationship if you can. If you feel otherwise safe, call your partner or husband out on his behavior. Do not let him gaslight you. You are not crazy or an asshole. He sounds extremely manipulative, and so does his mother. This is a more complicated situation than your original post stated. Protect your children first. They are what matter most. Putting a 5-week-old on a bottle can disrupt breastfeeding, as I know from my experience as a former childbirth educator. Original poster. I have said this so many times, and they say I am being manipulative and that he will learn, and I am just saying that to keep the baby from her and be controlling. I am seriously starting to feel like a crazy person for standing my ground and protecting my child. No matter what educated reasons I give as to why I do not want this to happen, I am still met with guilt, bullying, and gaslighting. Commenter 3. Obviously not the asshole. Your husband, however, certainly is. Call his bluff and leave. Laying down guilt trips and ultimatums like that over a newborn is just disgusting behavior. It is completely reasonable to want to protect your baby, especially at such a young age. I am not saying you cannot go out in public, but I do not think I would want my 5-week-old and their brand new immune system being taken all over town. This woman gives the impression of someone who would kiss an infant's head after being told not to. Not the asshole original poster, but your husband is. Commenter 4. You say he wants to take the child to his home country at some point. Perhaps he has determined that this is that point. It is vitally important that you find out if he has applied for a passport for your baby. Through the State Department, you can enroll them in the Children's Passport Issuance Alert Program. This program will alert you if your child has a pending passport application or if one has been issued. In addition, if you are concerned or have questions about possible international parental abduction and want to talk to someone, you can reach a prevention officer at 1-888-407-4747. Commenter 5. I am wondering if this is some ploy between the two of them to get the baby for a DNA test because your husband or your mother-in-law is unsure of the parentage, and they want to pull a surprise move. This whole keep baby away from my family angle is nonsense. Ask him to consult his friends' wives or girlfriends about someone taking their newborn, and yes, 5 weeks is still a newborn, on their own for a whole day, who is exclusively breastfed and with no idea of where this baby would go for a whole day. Original poster. That is what I am feeling too. There must be some kind of scheming behind the scenes between him and his mother. There is absolutely no chance that the baby is not his, but I would not put it past them to check behind my back. My husband has said many times he wants to move closer to his mother and that he and his son, excluding my older sons and me, will be going soon. My biggest fear is that they are going to disappear with my newborn. So many red flags, and I feel paranoid and crazy.